Kelly, amazing
Hi.
job. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. The film is wonderful. I loved it. There's something about that Disney magic, that Disney animation magic, nothing better than that. Uh,
Mm.
the first question I have for you is how did you approach Raya's loneliness and distrust when shaping the character?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think we've all felt lonely before. Yeah, I think that for me, a lot of those moments, it was really important for me to feel like those moments were authentic. Especially the moments where she is, doing this sort of really desperate prayer to Sisu, who she doesn't even know exists. And to capture those moments in an emotionally authentic way felt really important in order for the rest of the movie to feel emotionally anchored. Um, so yeah, I guess I really dug into parts of myself. I think we all have a little bit of that inside of us. Um, but yeah, playing Raya has been a really cool experience, and I've learned so much from playing her.
Now, Raya and Numari probably are more similar than they would care to admit. How do you view their frenemy relationship?
Yeah, they're definitely two characters who, if the world just went a little bit differently, they both could have been really good friends. And I think what's really interesting about that depiction of their relationship is recognizing that here are two women. They're both justifying their actions through very different lenses. And the more that we can recognize there are no real good guys and bad guys, it's really just people trying their best to interact in this world just with the little information that we have. Um, they're able by the end of the movie to recognize that maybe the things they believed about each other aren't necessarily true. And I
Right.
think that's a really, really important lesson that they both learn. It's a really hard thing to do to change your mind once you've made up your mind about someone. Um, and to have characters do that in a really real, authentic way in a movie like this that's on a global scale, I think will be really, really, um, hopefully empowering to people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, a lead of Southeast Asian origin in Hollywood is already rare, but you have the distinction of entering the Disney princess pantheon. How do you feel about honoring the various Southeast Asian cultures in Raya, and perhaps even introducing audiences to Southeast Asian cultures?
Yeah. I'm so proud to be part of this movie. I'm so proud of being able to be part of a movie that is honoring this part of the world that not many people have probably been exposed to. I love how meticulous everyone on this team has been about making sure that we are authentically representing that part of the world. And then, gosh, when we talk about the legacy of being part of this like really special sisterhood of Disney princesses, that to me is it's pretty overwhelming. And not many people get this privilege, and I recognize that privilege. And I just wish that I could bring every person who's ever wanted to experience this with me along for the ride, because it's truly it's absolutely overwhelming and emotional, and better than I could even have dreamed it would be.
I love the way that the Kumandra land was kind of laid out. Which one of the lands would you live in if it were your own personal preference?
I think I would absolutely live in, depending on when we're talking. By the end of the movie, Heart is pretty rad. But in the beginning of the movie, or in the middle of the movie, not so much. I think Fang consistently has the best infrastructure and schools throughout the entire movie. So it's between Heart and Fang.
Now, you and Aquafina have amazing chemistry in this film. And look, this is a voiceover project. Did you guys get to record together to bounce off of each other, or was that done separately, especially in a pandemic, I guess?
Yeah, unfortunately, it was done separately. I didn't really get to interact much with her until we started doing press together. And I just think she's so incredible and funny and talented and just infectious. Her energy is really infectious. And yeah, the fact that our chemistry is good just says more about, I think, our editors and our story team and just the incredibly talented people that were able to make sure our relationship fit in a way, because we were recording in total isolation.
Well, look, you add so much to the character, Raya. Thank you so much for this. It's an amazing
Thank
film.
you.
Thank you for your time, Kelly. I appreciate it.